even if they're like disinterested, they're like, you have to run a country.
Yeah, because who in the world
You're
put Kaylin
the
in charge
one.
of a country?
Yeah, no, you're the one people have decided to put in charge for whatever reason.
I think Min would be elated, and there's a person or two that she would have beheaded immediately.
How many exactly? Because I feel like it's more than 2.
I think just
Maybe not.
one.
Just one? Not several
One.
dozen?
Just the one, and then a couple people in dungeons for a while.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I don't know if you have something else.
No, I think that's it.
Crystal. You know, that's a fun one. Just like Puron, like, I am the monarch. I will rule with an iron, not maybe the iron fist, but would she rule with an iron fist?
She'd at least rule with a gold fist.
Allegories. I feel like if we're going with like how they are now, because I feel like Leah's answer would have changed over time. But probably she'd try to just find the most direct solution to problems. At this point in time, and that may mean probably an oligarchy. Her and whoever she would trust. And how could that possibly go wrong in the long term? Haha.
First of all, who put Kaylin in charge of a country?
I feel like you could say that for all of us.
At least you guys are like...
For all we know, this is just 2 like deity level beings that lost a bet, and now have to see what happens when they put you in charge. So, this is their form of a reality show.
Who put that? Why would you put Kaylin in charge of a country for shits and giggles?
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like she would be a super benevolent leader.
Super benevolent with that? She'd just be the queen?
Yeah, no, she would not. I don't know if she would have. She may have like advisors, but I don't know if she would put anyone else in any kind of form of power.
I would say that I'd want to live in a world where she was in power, but then I'm not sure how knowledgeable she is.
Who knows?
As to how a government should be run.
I don't know if she knows exactly how a government should be run, but...
Does she even know what a government is?
She knows...
I
don't know if she knows what a government, like, definition is, but I think she knows what it's like to, like, have a leader.
Yeah, definitely, like, leadership.
Is it weird that I think she'd take the stylings like Bill and Ted and just say, be excellent to each other?
Yeah, that's exactly what it'd be. Like, just, you guys just be nice to each other and we're all chill. Alright, cool.
She would be one of the, like, most benevolent leaders, I think, that does, in the nicest way possible, I do not think that would make her a competent leader.
I don't know why, but I'd also imagine she'd, I don't know if on purpose or by accident, like, hire some of the most brutal, like, law enforcers there to be. But they'd only be, like, on the strictest of, like, only when people really do bad stuff do they show up. And almost anything else is skirted off unless, like, they apologize.
I don't know why I just thought of full of, like, 1984 style, like, if you're happy, show that you're happy, and if you're not happy, I don't care, be happy.
Be happy anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
either be happy or go to prison.
Yeah, like, they're fine, and until people stop arguing, and, like, people show up and say, hey, stop arguing.
Yeah.
And he would just, as soon as they say no, that's when just people in the van show up and they're gone.
Exactly.
Are you sad? Have you considered not being sad? Kaylin recommends.
Hmm. But yeah, that's my answer.
All right. So everybody's
Nice.
taking leadership in their own hands, but in different ways. Interesting.
All right, that's good to know.
Leah, like, I think her impression is like, if somebody's just giving, like, not even like giving, but like forcing me into a leadership position, she is being 100% used as a scapegoat for something that they fucked up with. I think that would be her mindset in general. Sorry.
Execution everywhere.
Beheading! Off with their heads!
Who doesn't like a good beheading?
Beheaded.
True.
At the behest of the queen.
All right, ready to start?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ready, Freddy.
Yeah.
All right. And we will recap as last time. We joined our heroes as they just encountered an odd group of individuals at the opposite side of their newly established little campsite for the day on their little trip. And it was discovered that they were, in fact, an emissary party. As you were told, being hired by the current governor of Newsroom. Not given too much details on their current goals, but they were traveling under their order, coin, and authority. After some tense introductions, some I don't know what you call it, sharing, revelry, gaming, drinking.
All of the above?
Yeah, that seems about right. You guys enjoyed a nice little night, story swapping, and then you'll give yourself a good, very well-deserved rest and a lovely meal. And you will wake. Who wakes up first? Actually, what we need to figure out.
I'm getting my beauty rest. Sleep mask and all.
I would say Leah wakes up, maybe not on like military time, but like give it an extra half hour. She's sleeping in. 6:30 on the dot. I don't know. Probably on the early end.
Alrighty. And then I'll need you. And yeah, I think it'll only be you for this one to roll me a quick perception.
Perception. I am good at that one. 24.
24, excellent. And with that, you open your eyes and after stretching a bit and getting up as you are. Oh, and I just discussed. Did you guys choose to sleep downstairs, or did you guys go into the upstairs into like the separate rooms that would have been provided in like the old house, or did you? Because the other party was essentially downstairs just camping. Did you guys go for your own separate room, or did you also camp?
Are they camping in the? They have their camp set up outside.
They were the campers. They were outside. You guys had the options of, like, there were a small set of rooms in the actual building that you could use.
Oh, if I have the opportunity to sleep under a roof, I'm taking that.
Yeah, Kaylin would also take a room. And a room.
Leah would, I think, be in the building, but like kind of in that. Sorry, the kind of the downstairs area, kind of off to the side, not like in the middle of the area. I think she
So
wanted
you
to
just
kind
like
of stay.
the bedroll, like in the not joining them, but just on your own.
Yeah, kind of like in the area. I don't know if there's like could be around a corner or something.
Oh yeah, definitely something you can do. You do know that 2 of your compatriots did in fact join them outside, but Mr. Red and Mr. Purple, you're not sure where they went to sleep. You couldn't really find them. You did a little quick look around. You saw everybody else.
Okay. If I may ask, who joined the other group in their camp?
It was actually Mr. Brown and Mr. Green.
Green?
And
You
the
said, blue and
upstairs,
green.
yeah. In the upstairs, Mr. Black, that is a comfy and a nice little makeshift bed he has.
Okay. So I guess Leah made that perception check. Would she spy, I guess?
You're noticing that their entire encampment has already taken part. They are exceptionally loading up and then getting ready to leave.
Okay. I think she'll kind of like check in on them without like trying to draw attention, perhaps even stealthing, but not trying to be like, not sleuthing, but just like trying not to draw too much attention to herself.
So stealthing.
Sure.
Yeah, roll stealth check. I think,
check.
yeah, actually, yeah, you'd have advantage on this.
Okay. That will come in handy. 19.
All good. Yes, you believe yourself to be unseen, so you can go ahead and get a look on what they're doing. It looks like they're just doing. Looks like they're finishing up the last bits of breaking down their entire encampment. Everything's now on the wagon and on the sides and stuff. Horses ready. They look like they're just about ready to start taking off. Maybe within the next 10 to 20 minutes.
10 to 20 minutes. I will kind of take note, particularly with the 2 party members that had joined them. Are they just kind of like working around them? Have they like woken up? Are they being kidnapped? I don't know.
You look around and you see that they themselves have their own little side in the corner, huddled under some trees, like a little fire for themselves. They seem to be just fine. So far undisturbed.
So
actually, what was that last perception check? Because that would still count.
Sure. I think the one that I had rolled before was a 24.
Okay, then you notice on top of the rock overlooking both of them, and they do make eye contact with you. You do see Mr. Green is currently just sitting on a rock. Looks like he's eating something small. You're not sure what it could be. But they seem to be. Yeah, this small little humanoid looking thing in a suit seems to be awake. Catches your eye for a second before he just acknowledges you with a small nod and just goes back to looking at them while they leave.
Leah will kind of just return the nod. Is he observing them as they're packing up, or is he more involved in his food?
He seems to be observing them.
Okay. Do I recall any would I have recalled anything about they said they were going to be packing up and leaving early in the morning, or I don't think that they had mentioned where they were going to go, other than I think it was east. Or was it west?
They said east. They said they were coming from the west.
Okay, yeah, coming from the west, heading east. like I don't think Leo like would necessarily want to get involved other than like kind of observing, but like I feel like this is like a really good time to like do something. I don't know what. But I guess I'm just gonna kind of leave it for the time being, and I will just I'll just continue to observe. Uh, I think at this point she'll like make herself a little bit more visible, just kind of getting ready for the morning.
Okay.
Kind of just acknowledge them if they notice her.
No one seems to have noticed you. They seem to be very focused on finishing up this task, except for one person.
Okay. Who is preoccupied?
Only Afra.
That is who I thought it would be.
Only person that notices you almost immediately after you stop trying to be sneaky and make yourself known. She's the one who notices you first. Everyone else is just finishing up the thing. And as soon as she does notice you, you notice that she herself tries to. You can tell she's pretending to be busy, but now she's just keeping an eye on you.
Leah, I think when she notices her noticing her, like kind of she'll like rummage through her pack and like fish out some rations that she had on hand, and just kind of have maybe a bit of a dull breakfast, but she'll kind of start nibbling on something.
Those
And
granola bars.
yeah, it's like one of those Nature Valley bars that like it disintegrated in the packaging, but it's like just kind of like basically like cereal. She's just kind of like
At that
getting
point,
that.
just put it in a bowl and just mix it with some water.
Oh yeah, no, she'll. You know what? I think she would actually like. Let's just say her rations is just like oats. She takes some water from her water skin and just like oats, water and oats as cereal. And she'll just kind of like not necessarily acknowledging that she knows she's being watched, but like just kind of like look and observe and just kind of give a bit of a nod after a little bit, acknowledging Afra's work, but also just kind of observing like any oddities in behavior. Do they seem like they're rushing at all, or is it just like they're trying to get going for the day?
Looks like they're getting going for the day. There's no immediate desperate and hurry rush, but just something you can tell that's been very well practiced.
So they've traveled either independently or as a group fairly.
Indeed.
Afra, is she like her foe working? Is she like working on a firearm or something? Or is she like, I don't know.
She seemed to have, because she was doing a bit of moving around, making sure nothing was left behind. Now she just stopped and just quickly whispered something to someone passing by, and just she just seems to be on sentry duty, I guess.
Okay. I should just kind of observe for the time being. I don't want to suck up too much time, so. Eating her granola.
For water
All right.
and
Does anyone think? Yeah. Does anyone think they're getting up in the next the next 10 to 20 minutes, roughly? Is anyone getting up before 7?
Oh no. Not Min.
Well, Kaylin doesn't need to sleep, so probably her.
Then you will notice the people from last night you were talking to are looking like they're getting ready to leave.
No, I didn't get all your stories.
She's not gonna stop them though, but she is gonna go down and offer to help them pack.
And they will graciously thank you for the offer, but let you know it's unnecessary. And we do ask. This is actually more Farah and the yet to be named Nord who asked if there is any message you'd like sent toward any of the villages as they pass by to the east.
She thinks about that for a second. If anyone asks about me, because I don't think I've been gone for this long before, can you just let them know that I'm safe?
Smile and let them know that if anyone asks, or just report in that you are in fact safe.
She will beam and then start to mumble just a small little whatever it is that passes as like a makeshift blessing for safe travels.
They smile, accept, and thank you, and give you the customary parting, and usually the parting, which is roughly translated to "May the trees along your path always bear you fruit."
She thanks them and then steps out of the way and lets them finish packing because she doesn't want to be a burden to their preparations.
Alright, and with that, they begin to make their way off towards the west to an unknown destination. But you can actually roll me a quick intelligence check if you'd like.
Would that be... Sorry, was that to me, or was that to Kaylin?
That would have been Kaylin, but you can actually roll this too. Thank you. Give some information on that.
Okay. Just fine intelligence.
13.
12.
You can't remember the name off the top of your head, but you both know that there is a village down the way they're headed in a couple of days. Can't remember off the top of your head which one it is, because a few of them, once you start going east, that's when you have to be careful which one you're going into, because some of them are actively hostile to anyone who's not native, and even then some of them are in conflict with others, and these are the main tribes that are at war with the Alliance, the Bridge Alliance.
So either they're about to run into some trouble, or they have some kind of diplomatic passage that they're traveling.
And you're thinking so, but you can only speculate. You know they have a native with them who seems to be well versed, but how well this goes, who knows?
Who knows? So they have left at this point in time?
They have essentially begun to leave, and they are making their way out of sight.
Leah will keep an eye on them as they kind of leave here.
Is anyone else down here other than Kaylin and Leah?
Outside camping, there is Mr. Green, who is enjoying a bit of, not entirely sure what he's eating.
I will actually get a little
And
bit
seems
closer
to-
because I'm curious.
Alright, you notice there is now, because there was a normal fire, but there's now a mini pot. Seems to be heating up some water and some stuff on the side. All of it is mini to match his size, while Mr. Blue and Mr. Brown seem to be sleeping on something.
I kind of in a bit of a hushed voice, but like loud enough from Greeny, for him to kind of hear. I'm curious, if you don't mind me asking, what it is you're snacking on there. You seem to have a lot of items that you've brought with you.
And you see him essentially finishing with that last little piece. And it's not so much of it something that he's just chewing on, it seems to be something that he's purposely ripping off his own teeth before he just sticks more in his mouth. And he just waits specifically until he's finished eating whatever is left of it. He just turns to you, like halfway through still chewing the food. I'll be honest with you. I got no taste left, whatever this was, so some kind of meat? Maybe. I don't even know no more.
Did you hunt it? Did you find it?
Give me a second. And he reaches into a small bag at his side, and he sticks his whole hand all the way to the bottom before he pulls out. Before he pulls out what looks to be a skull of a small-ish creature that's halfway peeled, essentially halfway devoured. And he's examining it for a second. Let's see if he can remember what this thing was.
Can I tell what this is the skull of?
You can, but it would be at a disadvantage. History.
History?
Actually, wait, no. History or nature. Both disadvantage.
Could I petition for survival?
Not with this one.
Okay. After all. Okay, yeah, no, I'm gonna roll terribly on something later. Natural 20. +1.
+1.
+1.
Oof, disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
At
you wasted
disadvantage?
2 of those.
Oh, damn, no, I need a roll. No, the nat 20 was the first roll. I forgot that this was a disadvantage. Second one was a 7, so 8 total.
Okay. It's bugging you because every time you think you have it, there's something that kind of puts it off. You're not sure why, because for a split second you thought he was holding the head of a lion, but then you notice something's off about the teeth. You're thinking it might have been.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, he essentially pulled out a half-eaten skull of something.
Yeah. So kind of.
You're trying to like doing your best to like just put back what would have been there off of what you know, like some things you've killed and some things you've read about, you've that experience, you more or less could tell some things. And it's just none of it's fitting, which if you didn't know anybody, you'd say this was a jigsaw. Even the ones you have come across, like magically created chimeras and things, they don't stick together skulls. It'd be like a stronger piece of something slapped together with something else.
Interesting.
This looks like it has the top head of a lion, but the jaw, which you'd almost think was a type of reptile, with like jagged, razor-sharp teeth on the bottom that don't really match the top two fangs. And then the sides have odd, extending little tusks or horns.
Like, how big is this size-wise? Is this like
It's almost as big as he is, which means it's like almost the size of a melon.
Like a watermelon?
Yeah.
Wow, that's all right. Pretty big then.
Yeah. And you see him just rip off another piece of the meat that's on here. This thing looks like it was dry aged for a bit, and he just stuffs it back into a bag.
Well, not what I was expecting. Does it? I mean, you said you'd lost your sense of taste Do you enjoy eating it then?
No, that has no taste to it. It used to have a good one, but now it's just boring.
Oh, so it's just gone sour.
No, it's not even sour. There's just nothing there. If it was still good, it'd be good. If it had gone bad, it'd go bad. This just has nothing.
So are you just eating because you're bored then?
I'm hungry, and this still gets rid of that, even when I don't get the taste.
Well, fair enough. I suppose I'm one to talk. Kind of looking back over to the bowl of oats and water that she's got back on like the table in the tavern.
And I've seen people do worse.
Yeah. Well, if you see anything, let us know, but seems like it's a peaceful morning.
Have you never heard of Burios?
Sorry, what was that?
Have you never known of the hangover food Burios?
Oh, Burios? I've never heard of that. Is this out of game or in game?
It's both for canon and more stories, and something I've seen before of someone just using beer as milk for cereal.
Okay. No, I had not heard of that. And I don't think...
Yeah, it's as awful as it sounds.
You know, that sounds pretty awful. Sounds like it's just gonna make things worse, not better. If anything.
Yep.
All right.
Right.
Leah, we'll just...
I'm sorry.
No, I mean, I was going to say, unless there's anything else, she's going to head back into the tavern, just kind of hang out there. Unless he had something he was going to say.
No, seems to go back to his thing, though you can smell within the next 10 minutes that he seems to be brewing up some coffee. And that seems to be waking up his two compatriots.
Is it like, because you said he had like pulled up stuff that's like relative to his size. Is he pulling out like a small, like relatively small thing of coffee, or is he like full size, like he could share this with people?
Like the pot and stuff he's making it is all small to his size, but the cups he seems to be pouring himself in, the two that are waking up, all seem to be fully grown. So it's odd looking. They're holding normal cups. He's holding a normal cup, which in his hand looks huge.
Okay.
Like the pint scene in Lord of the Rings.
Okay. Probably a similar enchantment to the booze from the previous night. Leah will offer to go and get some, or offer to see if Kaylin is interested in getting some. She offered, like, kind of go and get some and bring some over for her. Or, I don't know, bring it up.
You're bringing her coffee?
I think, like, a bit of time has passed. She's, like, walked back over, and then she sees this, and it's like, do you want me to go and get you some coffee? Looks like you may have some to share.
Sure. I think during this time, Kaylin's looking around the lodge area for any kind of food that might be available.
I think there is the bowl of oats just sitting on the table that Leo was eating. I don't know if you know if that's up for grabs, but...
I think she's more looking for, like, if there's any way she can make a breakfast for everyone.
Okay. Really is. Go and see if Mr. Green is open to sharing the coffee. Leah will bring over a Well, Leo will ask if Kaylin has a cup with her, just like a travel mug. I don't know.
She probably would. She'd reach out into her bag and pull out a very crude wooden cup.
All right. Leo will take hers and her own, and check in with Mr. Green if he is sharing the coffee he has, or if he has enough to share.
Yeah, he gestures to it, and he just takes the normal pot and just fills up if you have a cup. Otherwise, he'll offer one of his own, which are smaller, like the equivalent of like the shitty paper cups.
Yeah. No, I think Leah has her own mug and like drinking horn, and she got one. She's bringing over Kaylin's as well.
So, Tyler, what's the food situation like at this place?
So it's not great, but it seems like everyone else, while they do have rations and stuff on them, they don't seem to be going for it. Not entirely sure why. They just seem to be waiting on something.
She's gonna go up to them and ask them if they are waiting for breakfast or what it is that they're waiting for.
Let's see who answers. And you get a response from Mr. Brown. Wait a minute, my benefit. Oh, rumor is, if I'm thinking this right, he's got a trick or two about getting us a real nice way to start the day. Although, if I'm being honest, I'm pretty sure he could have made it a lot of better stay, but didn't want to publicize what he could do with all the others around. Shame, could have used a better sleep.
Seems like.
So he was hiding his real powers from the other group. Okay, that makes sense. And she's gonna take a seat on the ground next to him.
Do you have something in mind?
You can tell, like, they're still, like, waking up and, like, just waiting, just looking up. I'm not sure what they're waiting for, but they seem to be waiting for something.
Leo will ask, was there something you thought in particular that he would be doing? It seems he has magical ability. Do you think he was?
We're waiting on him to let us, I guess, know when it's ready. I doubt it will be. See what's going on.
Well, we definitely need answers on what we're out here for. But, well, obviously last night was not the best of it. Given everything, though, I think the day is young. Well, it's only just now. Sun's starting to break through. We'll see where it takes us.
Indeed. Now, is there anything anyone else would like to do? Just because it's about to strike 8. I don't know if anyone else is getting up, but as I understand it, only the Mr. Purple and Mr. Red are the ones who have yet to appear, and this Ming and Mr. Brown are the ones who have yet to wake up. Is that right?
Was it brown or black? That was...
Mr. Black is the one who still needs to wake up, along with, I think, Ming.
Mm-hmm.
Leah I think we'll pass a bit of time. She'll definitely try to keep her wits about her and like keep an eye out for like Mr. Red or Purple, or if anybody else wakes up or anything else, you know. But she'll try, I think, sketching what she thinks that skull may have looked like in life. Just out of. Actually, you know what? No, I think she'll do a small sketch of that, and then also she'll like sketch this sort of like clearing that we are kind of sitting in, that this camp took place in. I know you've played Red Dead Redemption 2. Imagine like one of the sketches of camp that Arthur does in his journal, like along that sort of style.
All right, I'm gonna need either a Dex or performance check, your choice.
Would that be using like my because I don't think they have like just sketching like toolkit, but like would I be using my like painter supplies tools?
Depends how you're going for it. Like if you're using a cartographer's kit, like for map drawing, or an artisan's kit just to give it more detail. Like you're going for less of a map and more of like a painting.
Well, I mean, it's just again like pencil sketch, but no, I would say I would be using my painter supplies.
All right, then roll that with proficiency.
With proficiency, would that be using then? Would you say Dex or Wisdom, Intelligence, something else? I guess maybe Dex.
Dex, I think, would work for this one.
Okay. 18.
That comes along pretty nice.
All right. Nice. Just some sketching.
Yeah, nope. Kaylin is just sitting there, probably tuning her lyre while she waits.
Hanging out.
And somewhere, a window magically opens, birds twitter, and then there's just a Disney princess sound of "Good morning, ha 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 ha." And then you see Kayla, or not Kayla, why did I say Kayla? You see Min walking down the stairs with the swagger of one who has just gotten 8 hours of divine beauty rest. Just flips her hair and descends the stairs with the most glorious smile and says, "Why, good morning, fellow travelers."
There is some side eye from Leah.
Good morning.
So, what does the day ahead of us look like?
I think we're waiting.
Waiting, I see. Well then. Sounds like the perfect amount of time to brew a cup of tea. Would anybody like some? Does wonders for the skin.
Tea?
Yes?
What's a specific type? I think I've already had my caffeine intake for the morning.
It's a very expensive type, but surely I can spare some for you lovely ladies.
Leah thinks to herself without saying this, but it's like that does not narrow it down. The specific type. I mean, no, it does narrow it down. It's expensive. It is expensive.
Mm-hmm. So expensive, you wouldn't even know the name of it. No, because even I don't know.
Nobody knows.
Nope. And so, even without Leah saying so, Min is just gonna start brewing a dainty little pot of tea.
Why do I
It's
imagine
very
her...
fragrant, very aromatic.
if like nobody stops her, would she like pour her tea into like the cup in her hand without realizing that there's already coffee in that cup?
You know what? Let me roll for that.
Probably only.
Let's see, 14. No, she's awake enough.
Okay. Sometimes when you're that sleepy, you can just miss stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
So before long, each of you have a dainty little china cup of hot tea before you.
she brought her fine china on this trip.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
A set of fine china.
Fair enough. She may have multiple sets. She just took her travel china.
Mm-hmm.
Kaylin will look at the cup and then look at her current cup of coffee and then pick up the cup of tea and pour it into her cup of coffee.
This
Oh my.
hurts Leah.
Here you go. I don't want to accidentally break your cup. It looks too pretty.
Oh, no, I insist. I have more at home.
But still, I don't want to be wasteful.
This is-
And I have my own cup, and you just refilled, so it's great.
Very well then, but this is just my travel set.
Won't this break while you travel?
May, but then I can always replace it. Or repair it.
Huh.
Do you have the spare funds for that sort of replacement?
Well, not yet, but I will. And then looks just a little miffed that you're questioning her potential success.
Her income.
Mm-hmm.
Leah will like kind of lift it up and like kind of give it a smell and kind of give it a bit of a taste as well. So what's up with this tea?
Very sweet and spicy.
Spicy.
Mm-hmm.
Is-
So it has like really fresh cinnamon
Okay, so
and maybe even some turmeric in it.
Ooh, that might actually go really well with the coffee. Delicious.
actually, yeah. Let me roll to see what she thinks. With that, I think Leah will wait for a opportunity that Min is looking in another direction or just not being super observant, and she'll just kind of toss the remainder of the tea into the bushes. I rolled really low. She is not impressed.
Oh my goodness. Were you stealthy about it?
Let me roll stealth. I mean, if you want to like roll contested perception. I don't know.
Sure.
15.
7 plus 10, 17.
Damn. That's gonna be
Min just
awkward.
gives you some majorly narrowed eyes right now.
So here's what you both
My hand's
also
up.
realized the second that you tossed it like over your shoulder toward that. You said a bush you were aiming for?
I was thinking more in towards the grass, but like she's just like not really paying attention to where
Like
she's tossing
behind
it.
her back. The second you do, you hear it splash up against something, and immediately all you can tell that there's something behind you.
Oh.
And you turn around and see Mr. Red. And with your specific positioning, then you actually saw that once she threw it behind her, like to get it rid of it quickly, he essentially appeared behind her. It looked like he was about to say something, and then immediately got splashed with that.
Perfect timing. Is this scalding hot tea too? Maybe not scalding hot, but
Oh yeah, I mean it's super fresh.
fresh tea.
Hot, red, hot tea, and you splashed right over him. And you see behind him, also appearing in a similar manner of just there for no reason, is Mr. Purple.
Ooh.
How nice of you to
Kaylin's
finally
mouth
join.
drops in like that. Oh.
Does he seem miffed?
I just had to roll to see how he's going to react.
It's just gonna tuck her hair behind her ear and just glance to the side like it wasn't me.
He just takes out a napkin and just starts dabbing across his face where most of it hit before it dripped onto his clothing. And specifically after he finishes dabbing it, his face completely dry, he just goes, "Not the worst way I've been greeted." And then you can just see an odd shimmer of golden glimmer just wafting around him. This is his prestidigitation. He's cleaning himself. Completely good as new.
Neato.
Right then. Is everyone? Not everyone. We're missing one. Theodore. Purple. Could you go and retrieve Mr. Bach? Thank you. And with that, Mr. Purple does just walk into the little house without another word, and Mr. Red comes back. Thank you all. Wonderful. Now we can start the day a bit more, let's say a bit more comfortably in private. And then you just see behind you is an odd little shimmering. If you would all like to join me, we can discuss the day's events, the job, and get a proper start.
It cut out a bit from you. What
You may
was
have cut
behind
out,
him?
I heard a shimmering. Was it like a doorway? Oh, those mages and their shimmering doorways.
Hello?
Hey,
Yeah.
there you are.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Let's try that one more time. Behind a shimmering doorway, and then it offers you all a chance come and we can properly start the day to discuss the day's plans, the job, and get a proper start.
He must have set up the shimmering doorway there, and I must have splashed it right into the doorway as he was walking through.
You did. It was perfect timing.
Perfect timing. Leah will kind of follow him in.
Yeah, Kaylin will follow. No questions asked.
Alright,
No
the other
problem.
two. And bringing up the rear, you see Mr. Black being essentially escorted to the little gathering spot just before you all decided to enter, and one by one, you enter the mysterious portal.
And we all go to the meat grinder dimension and die.
Nah. Well, this is not a map. This is what you guys do.
Yeah. Got a magnificent mansion. Oh no, he's got a castle.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So we're still
like
in.
that.
Is this it's revealed something that was invisible before?
This
or
is
are
what
we
was
still-
revealed. It essentially, it's that same feeling like you just came out of a dark tunnel into a bright, the bright outdoors, but instead of the trees that you normally saw, because you literally just took 2 steps into the portal and had to blink, and this is what it's around you now.
Okay. Does it seem like we've been transported to another location? Are the trees different and the environment different?
The trees are different. The sky is a little bit off. birds a little farther away than you noticed, but you're definitely somewhere different. No idea if this is the same place, plane. Or this could just be like down the road and just you didn't notice.
Leah just kind of mutters to herself, a good distance away from like Mr. Red, but probably close enough for the others to hear, perhaps. It's like, fucking theatrical mages.
So you finish saying that, and everyone else has now joined you, and the portal closes. Mr. Red never followed you in. He let you all go in first. He is
Oh.
at the door. He is like at the door entrances, essentially just waving at you all to come.
Oh, of the building or of the portal?
Of the building, like following the little bridge across the river to where the main door is. You see him essentially just walk out of it. Notice you all there, just beckon you over.
She just
Okay.
kind of look over and it's like, they love their theatrics.
Kaylin looks impressed.
I'll follow over to the building.
A fall? This ain't somewhat strange at all.
Why would it be?
Magic.
Magic. Magic.
Mm-hmm.
So we all approach up to where Mr. Red is standing in front of the door.
Where is did Mr. Purple come out with Mr. Black? I don't know, is he here too, or is he over by the building? I don't know.
Ah, sorry, he's still in the closet.
Mr. Purple was the one who led Mr. Black in at the last two people in through before the gate kind of closed behind you, is what it looked like. And he, no really formalities or anything other than just a basic acknowledgement of you all before he just walked in or started walking ahead. I'm not sure if anyone else is following or going ahead.
I think we're all following. I just wanted to make sure he was with us and he hadn't disappeared off somewhere else.
No, he does stop right before he enters the room and just gives you all a quick look. First time he seems to be really addressing all of you. Don't try to make sense of it. Just accept it for what it is. Less headaches.
Sounds like more of a threat.
Leah gives him a nod.
And you open the door and you walk. He walks in. Who follows?
Kaylin does.
Follow.
I follows. I'll let the other two go in first, though.
All right. Will you be letting the other three behind you go in as well?
I'll go in the middle.
All right. Then you go after the first two and then followed up by the last three. And as soon as you do, you're essentially looking at a three entrance. It's a small 20-foot by 20 room with three archways leading to three separate rooms. And you're starting to click onto why he told you not to think about it too hard, because from what you could see, just based on spatial awareness alone, bullshit that fits in the house you just went into.
Okay.
Each of the doors lead to these three different rooms.
Ooh.
Oh,
So I assume, do
impressive.
any of them make sense logically?
No.
None of them.
Now, each of them should not. There's no. Even one of these doesn't fit right in the building you just entered. So you can already tell the bullshit.
I'm gonna turn to him and ask, How is all this fitting in here? Where are we?
Theatrical, magical, mage bullshit.
And he said not to
And
try and make
Mr.
sense of it.
Then
Mr.
what are we doing here?
Mr. Purple does point to you and just say, just learn from your friend here. Because that's all it ever is.
Then what are we doing here? In this magical illusion?
I think we're supposed to start our day and find out more about the job here.
Essentially,
Meeting area, it seems.
Odd.
Is Mr. Red beckoning us to one of these rooms?
you haven't seen Mr. Red since he entered here. You followed suit, and there's just been these 3 rooms. But you do see Mr. Purple, Mr. Brown, Black, and Blue, and Green seem to be, going over to the room that's giving off a smell of ridiculous food.
Yeah, no, the middle image, I assume, right?
Following the smell too.
Yeah. Yep.
Like a lounge, a
The
cafeteria,
one
and
to
a
the... Essentially, yeah.
into the cafeteria.
Breakfast first seems to be on the minds of everybody.
Seems like we won't have to sustain ourselves off of oats after all.
Indeed.
Other fun substances. All right.
Now we're to be tempted for calories. Oh.
You are, and it's everything that you could want. Here's the weirder part. This is actually broken off into sections, and you may actually recognize a section that has dishes that you only are familiar with. Very obscure, but you recognize this for everyone else.
Does he have ramen?
He does indeed. There's an actual guy on the side making it fresh.
Are there like people in here as well? Like that we don't recognize?
Until you have you asked for food, or have you just gone and grab some?
I think Leah's a little skeptical, but she'll probably just like grab the food that's already here. Did you hear me there, or did I not talk loud enough?
Oh.
No? Sather, you there? Can anybody else hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Seems like Chris can hear. I think there may be some internet connection issues. And not the funny kind.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
There he is.
Okay, everything went quiet for like almost half a minute for a second there. Wasn't sure if it was just thinking or just you guys. I lost you on the internet.
Yeah, we weren't certain either. I think it just cut out for a bit.
Okay, sorry about that. What was the last thing?
I think last thing I heard was you asking whether we were asking specifically for food or if we were just grabbing kind of food from the cafeteria.
Well, there's food there already, but you haven't seen anyone else here. So But that's what I think. Does anyone ask any questions, or does anyone say anything, or are you just going in for the food? Because by the looks of it, Mr. Brown seems to have just grabbed himself a plate, drink, and just seems to have found himself a seat.
Kaylin will follow that lead and just grab a plate and find a seat.
Grab a plate, like including like the food, or just like grabbing the plate and like sitting down.
Whatever's already made.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of stuff's just already pre-made, hot, fresh, cold, and pressed.
Yeah, Bia, I think will kind of observe for a moment, and then she'll get her stuff and just kind of get her plate and sit down.
I'll sit, but I'm watching our leaders very suspiciously.
Can I get everyone's passive really quick?
16.
19.
17.
Excellent rolls, everybody.
Oh, passive perception, right?
No, I was asking you guys. You could roll for it. You can use passive if you want, but you can also roll
I thought
for
you were
it.
asking for it.
Okay.
Roll for it. Yeah.
23.
Still at 16.
Fair enough. I mean, we got excellent. He said excellent rolls, everybody. So I assume we probably. Good.
I thought you guys rolled them. I didn't know you were using passives. Still better.
I thought I had heard. Kind of get everybody's passives.
All right. And with this, it looks like Mr. Black is about to join Mr. Brown and Mr. Green and Blue. It does look like Mr. Bloom's about to start up on his own. It wasn't before you noticed that it was Mr. Green that looked like at the beginning looked like he was just smelling the air, trying to get a whiff of different meals and things. But it looks like he was trying to concentrate on something. It was odd. Until you saw his eyes flare, an odd purple. And then he just suddenly looked like he was about to just started chuckling for some reason. It was you could have sworn you could see a kid who just found a whoopee cushion for the first time, realizing what it was for, and looked like they were about to use it.
All right.
And just about when Mr. Blue was about to do something, he immediately taps him on his shoulder. This is small, almost like a skit to him, as he is quickly jotting something down on a piece of paper and telling him, who speaks Infernal?
Kimmy, sorry.
Yes!
She has graced us with a visit, but has muted herself.
And then she muted herself, the audacity!
You have no idea how much this makes me happy.
See, I told you.
Just for minor context, I don't know if you've been watching the recordings or anything, but just a character, just like Siler described a character having a reaction like they had just were a kid that discovered a whoopee cushion for the first time.
Kimmy! Oh my gosh!
I realized I forgot I was on push to talk, so I was just talking to myself for a good minute.
That
Oh my
is
gosh,
important.
hello.
It happens to all of us. Don't stop, please. Just keep talking.
Kimmy, I've been filling up your voicemail. Have you been getting them?
I have, and I appreciate
Wonderful.
them. Thank you. I'm sorry I haven't called you back.
It's okay.
But I loved every one of them. I still saved. They're still saved, so I hear your voice every so often.
Aw. Cool. Well, how are you doing?
I'm good. I was really hoping there'd be a quiet way for me to sneak on here, but I realized that's not a thing that happens with Discord.
They removed like the lurker function just because people didn't know how to use it right.
God damn it.
Hmm.
Hi.
Kimmy.
It's so good to hear your voice. Like the happy chemicals are exploding in my brain.
Are you doing all right?
I mean, I'm not dead. And
That-
honestly,
That's
I
good.
feel like I'm about to cry, you guys. I missed your voices. I didn't actually think I'd miss it this much, but I'm actually about to cry. Oh.
Hey, let the tears flow. We'll
Missed
be
you.
your emotional tissues.
Emotional dish.
I mean, I could, but like, I also don't want my first time calling you guys and like forever to be all sniffles. So like,
Oh,
I mean, it's okay. I'm sick, so
oh,
It's fine.
Yeah, she's gonna be some of those anyway.
How are you guys? I'm sorry I'm disturbing your game. I just,
You're
I also
fine.
really want to
Disturbing
silence
nothing. This
DM.
we are complete
Kimmy,
again.
your-
This is
your presence-
everything.
what did I tell you, Kimmy?
is arguably even more important.
Guys.
This
Yeah, what
talk
has-
is more important.
But yeah, what have we all been up to? Well, I got engaged.
Yes,
in
that's right.
July.
Congratulations, motherfucking
Thank you. And I tried waitressing, hated it, and now I'm working at my brother-in-law to be's sign shop, and it is
Bye.